And you're like, you're like, this is on me, dude. Like, even if it's your own, you're a little bit disgusted that it's on your hand. So, like, you're just like, oh god, ugh.
What? My hand?
What? But yeah, so then, yeah, I just want to let you guys know that I'm about to eat macaroni and cheese that might have had semen in it, and I'm just gonna eat it anyways.
Macaroni and man cheese, got it.
Macaroni and mayonnaise is really what's gonna be.
Yeah, it's about right. So, last we left off, after my internet so elegantly took a massive shit, you had all finally come back to town. Kesh had given out some reports of what she wanted her new clan to do and follow orders and making well and the benefit and improvement of their homestead and improve the forge weaponry and so forth, as well as make sure that there's a barracks set up by the time she gets back from her next mission. Velnak and Marjandrin are all enjoying the new table with Argent that they had crafted, or Flora had managed to craft, for feasting after she watched someone being drowned to death by a water elemental.
Good order of operations.
Yeah. Velnak had paid for some of the cleaning and repair. He paid for the minor tools to have Ilmar and Jontrin go out and start cleaning up the ship again. Now that's been sitting there for a while, and a storm had blown over and kind of messed it up a little, and the barnacles were starting to build up on the bottom. Which at this point, Argent Flora would know about the elemental if there was anything that you would wish to do or investigate said elemental, as well as Glyphon said would be sending word to you as soon as he had a more stable report, and now that he was able to have a few days to follow up on what you guys have initially told him. Now I believe at the second or third day of you just being back in town. Which at this point, everything you could tell is a lot more bustling. A few more trade ships have finally managed to come over the long journey to here and restock some needed supplies, and everything is quite lovely. And there's a few new...
Especially with the town's newfound wealth of like 1 million gems.
Oh yeah. There's copious amounts of orders going out. Velnak, even as you were going by for the dock works and ship orders, you could see Frederick, the dock keeper, quite hurriedly writing, as there's quite a huge amount of orders going out now for supplies and requests and purchases.
Did anybody want the Eye of the King? Because, I have a pouch of platinum, so, I can turn this giant ruby into cash. I can liquidate it.
I bet you won't, though.
I'll fucking do it.
I just fucking said you won't.
God. I'm waiting for a little bit of a group consensus before I liquidate the really big, nice gem.
I bet you won't.
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Actually, let's see. Does it have any arcane properties before I liquidate it?
for this, no. It's just a very massive, beautiful gem.
Yeah, fuck it. It's going in the bag. Deleting it from existence. How much cash comes out?
Are you ready to scoop your arms up and just be like, where the fuck do I put all this money?
Yes. I'm doing this like at the table.
So it definitely comes out in platinum.
Yeah, it's always all platinum from the pouch of platinum.
Oh my fucking god. It's 500,000.
What?
Not in platinum, but 500,000 worth in gold. Platinum.
Oh.
So if I recall correctly, that would be 50,000 platinum just starts pouring out at you in fucking furious amounts.
Argent is buried under platinum.
he like slowly shoves it in there and finally goes in, and then suddenly it's just. So, yes. Now in the livable space of the guild, the Argent is now buried in platinum, and Ilmar and Jandron's eyes are just wider than ever. Argent!
As I'm walking,
Are you alright?
As I'm watching,
I think I found the bottom.
as I'm watching this man getting buried in platinum and probably dying, I think to myself, probably need like a vault.
I agree that there's no way we could keep all this money safe.
I'm gonna go to a guy who makes plans for who's building. I don't know who's leading it.
So that would be Bethrin.
I'm gonna go figure out how much this should weigh.
That is probably enough to kill you. Platinum is heavier than gold.
Yeah, I know. After I try to dig myself out, I'm just searching up. I'd say that coins are probably about an inch across, right?
Yeah, usually, especially for old-fashioned gold and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it weighs 0.7 pounds.
Jesus Christ. You would literally
50.
be crushed to death.
3. It's 500,000, right?
500,000 gold, but 50,000 in platinum.
1, 2, 3 times 0.77. Yeah, that's a little heavy. 38,000 pounds.
Yeah, you'd be dead.
It's why it spilled out around me.
Yeah. But, yes, the architect of the area is Bethrin Gallister.
I'm getting in. Well,
Alright, so you're gonna visit him, request...
Velnaki, and we'll walk up to the man's and so listen. I didn't really think about it, but I think we're gonna need a vault. Probably in the ground, like dug deep.
Would you want it in the first floor or side cabin? Or...
Nah, I think I'm deeper. I need you to think.
Basement.
So you want me to add a basement then?
Yes, we're gonna need one anyways.
Alright.
Make a one floor, and then add an adjacent section that can be the vault.
Alright, that'll definitely take quite a bit extra time, but we'll get the lads on it. I'm sure they'll enjoy spending a little more time other than lugging around in the hot sun and being out of view for a bit down on the ground.
Alright. Everything will be... Wait, what did you just say? My fucking mind shut off.
So they'd enjoy it.
Yeah, they would enjoy getting out of the sun instead of
Oh, absolutely.
lugging around. They'll be down in the cool underground while they're shaping up the basement.
I absolutely understand the sun thing. I've been in the sun for an entire month in that disgusting forest.
Yeah, there's not a lot of pleasantries out in that swamp. The forest itself, the bugs are fucking enormous.
They're huge. Luckily, I didn't have to We didn't have to deal with those.
I'll make sure to add that plan in the design plans and fix up the first floor to connect with the basement.
Okay.
I'm trying to put the money into sacks at home.
Sounds good, this plan.
I mean, hey, right now, actually, I have a good temporary plan. Hey, Rossi, do you have the, Flora, do you have the, Leoman's secret chest ritual?
No.
Well, we go and buy that. Then we commission a chest that's big enough to hold 38,000 platinum. Well, 50,000 platinum. And then...
Ooh.
We just bury it in the ground for the time, and then we can summon it back when the vault's done.
Yeah. Alright.
You know, actually, I feel like we could skip this step and just bury it underneath the floorboards of one of our rooms till the vault's done.
Tis a possibility.
Because I don't know what the hell we're gonna do with this much money.
That is a lot of money.
I feel like I made a mistake.
There's money in the town. Lies. Look at this shit.
Buy another portable hole thing.
We're
Sack
going to
of-
single-handedly destroy the
holding.
economy.
Oh, dude, we already started.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could buy some handy haversacks, but Ken, it weighs 38,000 pounds. I need 38 handy haversacks.
Well, actually, by the rules in game, it only weighs 500 pounds because it's 50 coins to a pound per the standard rules.
Yeah, I could see
That's
why.
disappointing. Alright, well,
No.
I'll just go buy another handy haversack and just shove all the money in there for right now.
Cool.
Alright, that's the money pouch.
Yeah, the money.
Actually, I'll just put it all in the handy haversack that I have. I don't have anything that's 500 pounds. It's the money bag.
Money, money, money.
That's 500 fucking thousand gold.
Just imagine you like holding the sack open and using it to scoop up the money.
It's like Pac-Man. I'm just like dragging it across the floor. Get in there, money.
Well, I don't know. Actually, so it's 50,000 actual physical coins, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 50,000 divided by 50 is how much?
Quick, calculators.
Calculator app.
Should be 1,000.
So it's 1,000 pounds, not 500. My bad.
Okay, so that is actually the entire capacity of the haversack.
That's literally just enough as you like plunk the last coin in there right at the lip of the fucking sack.
Well, I guess I have my bag of holding for everything else. It is literally our money bag.
Don't lose it.
I would hope not.
I still need to visit the water elemental.
So, you plan on doing that for the rest of this day?
Oh.
Gotta go to the shipyard,
Alright.
and I'm changing the name to the ship
From the Eviscera.
from the Eviscera because it's fucked up to a name that I'll later decide, but we're just gonna say that it's changing. I just can't think of anything right now that's not stupid as fuck.
Go for the name of the carpenter in town and just really
They
earn
paint
those
over that shit.
Yeah, earn those.
And remove that bitch off the front.
Yeah.
We're putting Argent on it.
What?
Are you really going to commission a bow statue? Of,
put Argent's female form on it.
Oh my god.
Yes. I like this plan.
I'll model for it.
Alright, so, you go out and you can definitely find someone to design it. Fucking...
I mean, I'm not actually getting it as Argent. There's no way.
What?
Oh! Shut down.
But I got in my female form.
Velnak.
I use the ring in everything, Velnak.
Oh, if it's a female.
Yeah,
this is a different.
That's what we just said, you death
That's what we're
buster.
talking
That was the whole point of the entire plan, you big dummy.
This is the
Oh,
best
God.
thing I've ever heard. Put him on it.
Oh. Alright, so yeah.
Make it happen.
Make it so.
Archie goes for the pose of like, what would you do? Both hands out, the one hand out, or
Both hands out, obviously. Like, come on.
yeah.
This is a free-spirited vessel.
Okay, so you can definitely find a designer for that.
Make this.
They ship the first one from Clay to get a very accurate replica, and so they can have the time to carve out the wood and make it to correct size. That's probably going to take a good few hours.
I mean, we got time.
The uses for the ring.
As that probably takes up most of Argent's day.
I mean, I won't just leave him there. I would accompany him to at least talk. He's not just left with this guy.
I mean, yeah, I can just leave the spellbook open and study. Use a mage hand to turn the pages.
It would work. So, well, while they're all doing that, Kesh, would you go and watch this design, or go with Flora on her?
No, I don't think I'm too involved with their goings-ons.
All right.
You know, I'm probably busy with helping my orcs build the barracks, and you know, I'm not above helping them, getting my hands dirty. You know.
So you help expedient along the shaping of the barracks and all the materials and getting that set up. You could tell they set up a good amount of the groundwork already, and so there's plenty getting ready to just sleep on the outside of the outlines until they're all set to get the building up and running. for renaming the ship and having the new bow design, there'd probably just be about, well, the bow design alone would be the most expensive. On that forefront would probably be like 5,000 gold for you, but that's like a fucking drop in the hat.
Dude, not anymore. Like, anything's just... I shit money.
So
I took a dump yesterday and it was like 12 platinum pieces.
you've outdone Richie Rich. Alrighty, so Flora, you are going to try and seek out the water elemental that drowned said man?
Yes. I'm trying to find it.
Alrighty. So at this point of arrival, you can see it's very silent, though the wheel keeps turning on. You can hear the mechanisms inside just slowly grinding away. The few doors that are remaining open are still there. Other locations of the entirety of this mill is just obviously now going to be in disuse, but there's a few things here and there.
I got really confused at what was happening. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good, Ken. So,
Okay.
so as you come to the front door, all is quiet except for the constant turning of slow grinding stones to bring down the wheat to a fine flour, and just the splash of the river constantly pushing the wheel along.
I mean, could end up being here for a while, considering she didn't show up last time until like early morning.
Just yelling primordial at the water.
I cannot yet speak primordial.
Just go buy a polyglot gem for primordial and come back.
Sounds like a lot of effort.
Or make yourself one while you're waiting. If it shows up before then you don't waste any effort.
Yeah, I mean, making one while I'm waiting does seem like the easier of the two options.
I guess, wait, no, in order to make one, you have to know the language first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so... So...
Very... feel like the... I mean, you know, she didn't show up till like late at night the first time, so Flora's basically just gonna wait by the water.
Alright. So, as the day continues on, obviously, Flora, you sit there for a while. Argent, after what seems like forever, and your legs and arms falling asleep for the time being, even though you're studying, finally finish the statuette and commissioning with the ship repair and the decorative designers. You finally have that all set out, and your female form is now immortalized.
How many men can say that?
Oh God. So, Valnak, you probably might have fallen asleep for the amount of time it would have taken just for that endeavor to finish out.
I assume it would, because...
Yeah, that's not short. That's a long design, other than occasionally the man waking you up to ask if there's any changes to be done or any other things that you would like added to it.
A penis.
Oh.
It's just, what? Oh.
You insult my work.
Actually, he's like staring at it. He goes, magnificent.
It is exactly what my work was missing.
Can you stay with me? You seem to make my heart better. No.
It's a lot better with a penis. Yeah, I'm on it.
I'm on it.
Oh.
You know, it'll be a lot cuter with the dick. Flora's waiting for the man of the hour.
Yep. At this point, seems like forever. The rest of you, what do you do?
What's my two retards doing?
They're cleaning up the ship as ordered.
Oh yeah.
That's basically going to be their entire day, is cleaning that up.
Okay.
Giving it a fresh coat of tar, and
That's okay then.
as also the construction workers continue building up the guild house.
Nice. If they need any more supplies, I now have some to give them if they need it. I seem to have come into a bit of money.
Just a bit.
There's like some platinum pieces between the floorboards.
Like one or two that are like over double or duped or some shit. Fucking magic shenanigans.
That's not a valid coin. It's made out of platinum. No, it's only 3/4 of a coin.
Still platinum, bitch. So, so I assume you go about your days unless there's something else you wish to do before the nightfall finally comes.
Yeah, no, let's see what happens to the elemental. I don't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
All right. So, after a few hours of just standing there, Flora, the night comes to greet you finally.
You turn on your new headlamps that you just bought.
I'm not sure if I ever actually bothered to do that though.
Come on.
Yeah, no, I actually haven't bothered to do that yet.
No.
At this point, while the night rolls around, you just hear the crickets and other insects flying about and just making their typical noise that you've heard for the time that you've gotten here. You finally see a light pooling and seems to finally start coalescing like you saw the night the man got pulled under. Eventually you start to see this form grow larger and larger as it finally comes to the surface, and you see what looks like an elegant woman entangled in tendrils. You're not entirely sure if the tendrils themselves are that of her own feet or maybe a separate entity that she controls. At this point, you can hear very soft whispers as she kind of looks to you. Come into the water.
I don't think I will. Not that water particularly bothers me.
This is your home now, right?
It may be, but I am simply here to speak with you.
Interesting. Might I ask about what then? She seems to continuously get closer.
You took a man the other night. I saw it myself. I was wondering why.
He built his home on mine. I took it back.
I see. Because there are quite a lot of people here, and I'm not sure they're particularly happy with that. But I am willing to try and mediate a solution.
A solution to them taking my river?
A solution that would benefit both parties.
I'm not sure what air breathers can benefit, but you intrigue me. As she kind of starts weaving some tendrils around you, kind of gripping you closer. She's listening intently, but staring at your face very diligently. Your face doesn't move. Do you not express yourself?
That is something I am unable to do.
Why
Can you
is
not
that?
see it? We are born of the same chaos.
I've at least been seeing others who at least can move their lips.
Well, The others may not have had their lips painted on.
You are a strange one. But since you're here to discuss, might I ask why? Do they want this area back?
I am sure they would, but that part is not my concern. I simply wish to keep peace between them and us.
So someone will live here. More will come. They'll second the river.
More will come regardless, but I was hoping that perhaps for an agreement for you not to kill more of them, I could potentially convince them to keep this river clean, or maybe even clean it more themselves.
At this point, you can see she gets a little angry, and her face twists, and she kind of wraps a few more tendrils around your waist, up your body. Who could keep it cleaner than a spirit that even drowned out the orcs and the lizards?
Well, I suppose you may be right. I do not know of your history myself. I was simply hoping that we could have some sort of arrangement.
It's easy enough. They stay out or die.
A shame. I did hope it would go better than this. But I suppose I can at least tell them that much.
You are a curious one. Not even a hint of being nervous. At this point, she goes to start lifting you up.
Should I be?
Many usually panic at this point, as she kind of starts dragging you towards the middle of the water.
I'm just gonna have my bug just float over and sit like on the wall of the building.
Just saying. Our bodies may be different, but we were born of and will return to the chaos. Do not see much difference in us, aside from how we look.
At this point, she starts sinking down with you. Like, of course. No one could resist the torrent of nature. At this point, she fully submerges with you.
Flora does not give a fuck.
And
No, it's a little dark down here, but nice.
at this point, you can see her body keeping a soft, dim glow, barely illuminated. You can see her own expression is that of extreme confusion.
We should build a dam just to fuck with this thing.
We need to build a wall.
It is clear you take quite good care of your home.
And my pets. I fed the last owner to him. As she kind of points over to what looks like a small cavernous opening, and it would you could tell it goes underneath the house, as from the edges of it crawls out what looks like almost
Holy
like
shit.
a giant crayfish.
Oh, is that why they can't find the body?
Yes. The last one fed him quite well.
I should give you a heads up. I am rather sharp when broken. And not very nutritious.
Well, then the water will wear you down back into the earth, much like the riverbeds before.
We're just dying right now.
You don't get along well with others of our kind, do you?
Our kind doesn't wear colorful cloths, as she kind of like flicks part of your dress and your bonnet.
She open it up.
Oh no.
No, no
Open
opening up
the
cloth.
Well, I suppose that much is true for the most part. There's nothing to say that you can't.
Would be a disgrace not to show elements. At this point, you could see her like testing and squeezing her body tighter. Are you that of an earth?
Do not know. I do not even remember our tongue anymore. It has been a long time.
It may be time to switch to aggressive negotiations.
At this point, you could see her curiosity does get the better of her. Why would a primordial, an earth one at that, as far as I can tell, even care about the air breathers? Why worry about an old guardian of the river waters?
I have inclination to be closer to my own kind. Frankly, I simply want to prevent them from attempting to find some way to get back at you for harming them.
They've harmed me by building on my river. They didn't even ask permission.
Yes, well, did you care to inform them it was your river when they were doing so?
I've tried. The last one ran away screaming till he came back and was eaten.
Yes, they are quite skeptical. An ally of mine was ridiculed for claiming that there were little sacks walking around.
No.
You don't say. At this point, you can see her pivot and turn. She points you towards the wheel.
Oh shit, I know what she's gonna do.
She's gonna noodle this bitch.
You see my predicament of why these things can be harmful to the river. As she kind of moves a little bit closer towards the wheel.
I could ask them to remove it if that is what you would prefer. Sure, after the recent death of one of their comrades, they would be a bit more amicable to demands.
Are you sure they blocked off the other side so thoroughly so none of my pets could get through?
Well, that I do not know about. I have only recently arrived here, so...
She moves like just close enough where the wheel's like flicking your hat.
You know that's an expensive hat.
Do I have a hat?
I thought you did for your dress.
No, I don't have a hat.
Alright. Then your hair.
Also, wouldn't that shit just float away?
It's tied down very well.
Nice.
I think a good start in accepting of this would be removing the rocks so my friends don't have to go through this like I might put you through it.
I can see why that would be an issue. Though, I think that might be something I could do myself.
Then I think there would be a soft start.
I am not sure what she just said, honestly.
That would be a soft start.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
At this point, you could see her thinking in tedium quite a bit. The few tendrils kind of chorusing underneath her chin as she thinks deeply. She studies you very carefully, even though you have no reaction on your face.
well, moving a few rocks shouldn't take too long. But it really depends on how heavy they are.
You're very strange for an Earth primal.
Well,
Willing to move rocks where they should stay.
perhaps I am not one.
Maybe not. Maybe
Said,
you're of air. But nonetheless, I think I will take your offer.
it would explain why I'm hollow.
Move the rocks for me, and I will at least consider sharing these pure waters. As long as they keep the flow free for my friends to travel through, I should not see the reason to drown them. But do be warned, if any of them pollute it, I will drag them under and feed them to any of them.
I'll make sure they are well aware of that.
And might I have the name of this deal maker?
My name is Flora.
Galissa of the River Tides.
I'm getting it.
And if they try to remove my good friends, as she kind of waves a few tendrils towards the giant crawdad.
Crawdad.
I won't have any qualms about them eating whatever seems to dip into the waters.
I will tell them that as well. To make sure they do their best to honor the agreement. And Thus, anyone who breaks it will know what's coming to them.
At this point, she just immediately floats over. And then finally, when you get to the main rocks that you could tell close off part of the riverbed and would force most to go past the water wheel, finally lets you go. And ends up spending the rest of the night watching you move the rocks.
She's a real slave driver. Face the wheel.
It's either the rocks or face the wheel, my favorite meal. So,
I mean, rocks are fairly easy for me.
it's true. You are disgustingly strong.
Yeah, and even then, like, I have the excavation ritual.
Oh, that's fuck.
I can just straight up clears just entire squares.
Alright, so you make.
Now we play coins with platinum pieces.
Oh god.
Everybody in the bar is like drooling at the amount of money we're using.
They all think it's silver at first, and then they realize, like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
I have to kill a whole bunch of people who are trying to rob me.
So, after you make quick work of the rocks in question, she swiftly wraps her tendrils around you again and pulls you through the water over towards the dock where your bug was sitting, and sets you down, though seemingly a little rough. It kind of breaks one of the wood planks as your foot connects with it.
Oh jeez.
You
A
should,
little rough as she smashes the floor.
you should sue her.
I'm suing you for damages.
I'll be watching. New friends.
If I ever meet this fucking noodle thing, I'm
Bound.
shooting it right in the face.
I will inform the others of our agreement.
At this point, you can see her finally dipping down as the giant crawd disappears into his little hole underneath the water before she completely dissipates in the river waters themselves and vanishes from sight. Your bug is just sitting there collecting moths.
And she's just basically gonna hold out a hand and have it fly back onto her and walk away.
Just the noise of the slow turning wheel and stone behind. So, as that goes throughout the night, the next day quickly comes. Flora, would you be waiting on your plot again?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, there we are. As the next day comes around, the orcs are busy. The dinosaur shows a little more promise. His legs healing quite well. You can see quite a few supplies have been freshly bought. The smith is working with a couple of new hammers and much better steel.
Nice.
At this point, they also start collecting the other supplies that you had acquiesced,
Mm-hmm.
and actually starts expediting things along quite quickly. Some of the goblins are tangled in the nets as they're fussing with it, setting it up, because that's the slug's work. The slops are trying to untangle them from it.
Keep them in the net. Use them as bait.
As soon as you say that, you see like the other 4 goblins like haul ass towards the mud pits again and completely. Just immediately scatter. Oh god. So, Argent, do you spend the night at the Drow Palace?
Drow Palace. Oh, that, yeah, sure. I mean, I live there until I make a tower, so.
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna be like right next to it, anyways.
Yeah, ours is just gonna be the wizard that lives in the back of the Rangers Guild for a while.
All the elves are together.
Has anybody
The
commented on
knife ear district.
Yeah.
the hot new
New piece of fine culture added to this town.
the fine culture that was added? Recently, anybody see it?
Well, they've definitely seen the statue, as well as the pieces that have been roughly shaped out so far, as they're starting to probably get work on the finer details as they're shaping it out.
I wish for it to look like one of these great statues.
Maybe she can post a body below.
I'm gonna be so mad if it's.
There's a specific Greek statue that's really well done.
Oh wait, do you want like an actual statue commission as well?
Are you really going to get a statue of it?
No, I'm just trying to say this is the style that I want it to look like.
So why didn't you just use the ring and make it yourself?
Because I've already seen
The beauty.
Linder.
So, I would imagine that on this day, well, actually no, probably one of the earlier days, you probably went to Sylvia and got your tattoos.
Yes, everybody's
Yeah.
lining up for the tattoo.
I'm gonna go get my tattoo.
What tattoo is it?
I'm getting a cursed eye tattoo.
Mm.
I guess I'll put it on my hand. He's getting a forehead tattoo. I don't know. Be kind of weird.
Yes, we have the third eye, Argent. He talks about cloth.
Always the cloth.
Oh god. For you, Valnak, it's the bloody chains, right?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Alrighty, so. Also, that reminds me, Flora, you put your commission work in before last time, correct?
What?
For your house.
Oh, yes.
Alright. So yeah, you would see people coming out to start getting work done on that as they start laying down the lodestones and setting.
I don't know, I'm thinking of a castle.
I don't think they have the raw resources needed to build you a castle.
You're not getting a castle. Unless you want to dump all your money for that castle. And even then, I don't think you have enough money for a castle.
I think castles cost about $1 million.
I have a lot of money now.
I think castles cost about $1 million.
Damn.
Yeah, let's just go look up castle prices right now, just so we can put a
Local
stamp on
castles
this.
near you for sale.
It's $250,000.
So
So we're almost
Oh,
there.
castle with a dungeon is $1 million.
We can make half a castle.
God.
Or
I mean,
between
that's
us,
ba-
between us, we can make 2 castles.
I mean, basically, that's what this, what I'm creating is going to be.
Nah, I'm
Is
fine
going
with
to be
my castle.
is a castle.
Yeah. Stick
It's
with
big
you.
castle
Over time.
so I don't need a big. It doesn't need to be the size of a castle.
Your stone hospital.
Hospital.
Well,
He's
whatever.
making a house.
Yeah.
I ain't treating people in my own damn house.
Just a
Gosh,
stone,
actually,
stone
can I
gate
just
house.
go add that to the plans?
What?
Can I just go add that to my plans since it's part of my stuff?
The gatehouse or so? Or-
Well, a gatehouse in general, but now that you've talked about it, I'll add a gatehouse. But but I'll also be adding a wing in which doctorial things will happen.
Oh, medical ward. It probably wouldn't be as large as expected, but still an area to be able to treat people and have them stay, especially
I
being
mean,
the guild
it
area.
doesn't have to be great currently, but it will.
It'll be great later.
Everything will be great later.
Yes. In time.
I don't need to build a castle now when I can build a castle.
Alrighty. So,
What has this town even been named? I don't remember.
Western.
Restaurant.
I'm putting in a list of people because I heard it like twice, but I definitely do not remember it off the top of my head.
The colony of Western.
This is gonna be the colony of Belnaki.
But the kind of cash we're putting in, it might as well be. You turn the corner, they're like, oh no. We throw wads of cash.
They came in with their stacks of money!
And took over!
Dude, we don't even need to leave to have a good time and play coins. We can just play coins here.
For eternity. I have the flasks of golden ale. We don't even need to leave the building.
It's true.
They endlessly refill with alcohol.
So,
I wish to extinguish all life of cloth in my air,
oh god. That's
just
everything.
in case.
So, Archer, are you going to get that bottle of Fairy Hughes?
Bottle?
Yeah, the Fairy Hughes.
Of course, yeah. I'm gonna go buy that shit. I want hair dye for accessorization.
Would you tell Flora about it?
I mean, actually, you know, that's a better option. I'm gonna go see if Flora's still alive, considering the last time I heard she was gonna go meet with the water elemental. I'm gonna go looking for Flora before I go shopping.
While he's doing that, I'm taking the old bow to a certain someone.
This